Good evening, Bulldog fans. Welcome to Jerry Sloan Gymnasium as we are getting set for postseason volleyball as the Lady Bulldogs are getting set to take on the Olney Tigers in the semifinal round of the Hamilton County 2A Regional. Cole Carter alongside Jason Craig, Landon Elliott, and Riley Dotson with us. For those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel, Lady Bulldogs come in with a record 33-2 on the season. Jason, it's been a magical run already here in the regular season. They clinched the Black Diamond Conference undefeated championship last week. But we know Chris Lucas, it's the last thing he's worried about. Now it's hardware time, if you will.
Yeah, everything's kind of been a precursor. What you accomplish in the regular season is great and everything, but you play to this point. Both teams, you throw records out the window. Only here at 9-25. Everybody's 0-0. It's win or go home, and it's 5 steps to get back to normal Illinois, and you can't overlook the step that's in front of you, and I don't think Carmi's going to do that tonight with Olney.
Olney defeated Flora last night in 2 sets to get here. They're trying to go to the regional championship on Thursday against the winner of the next game between Newton and the host Lady Foxes of Hamilton County. Mentioned Lady Bulldogs, their win last Thursday over Edwards County in 2 sets. It was a thriller to clinch the BDC title, their second straight BDC title, and looking to start what is a 3rd straight regional championship run this week here in McLeansboro. So I believe we're going to have the national anthem. I would assume so.
Well, the flag hasn't come down from the ceiling yet. Nope, they're not going to do it.
Hey.
They'll do it before the next game.
Okay. All right, so we're ready to rock and roll as the two teams shake hands at the net. Again, only 9-25. And you can't really overlook that record because they're playing in a different conference, the LIC. They're seeing some non-conference teams up north. If you look at their common opponents, they've played Flora a couple times, beat them in 2 sets, played Fairfield a couple of times, lost to them in 2 sets. They did have an impressive win over Mount Carmel last week, and so, beat a pretty good Carterville team. You made the notion, Jason, they've played in a couple of tournaments. Their neutral site record is by far better than their home or away record. What was it? 7 of their 9 wins have come at neutral sites, 5, something like that?
Yeah, this squad comes in 1-10 at home, 1-9 on the road, but if they're at a neutral site, they're 7-6. So this is a neutral site. Only couldn't ask for anything better. They play their best when they're not at home or on the road against a common opponent. But again, it's postseason. We've seen weird things happen and everything. Carmi just has to do what they always do, take care of business and execute, and they'll be coming back Thursday night for a shot at the regional title.
Winner of this regional will feed into the Benton sectional next week. Lady Bulldogs trying to take that step to that sectional with a win tonight. Jaya Smith will be back at the service line. And we are underway here from Jerry Sloan Gym. Olney with the return. That's hit up by Nora Taylor on the opposite side. Here's Caroline Simmons. Nearly gets the kill. Olney gets it back over. Addie Elliott will tap it over. That's going to be a kill for Addie Elliott. Lady Bulldogs off to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, it's good to see Addie being creative at the net when she's able to. Everybody sits back and waits for our outside attacks. When she dumps that little behind the head no look, that's another weapon.
Player to keep an eye on for Olney, 22, their outside hitter over on the far side. There's going to be an ace from Jaya Smith, 2-0 Lady Bulldogs. But Harrison, number 22, that's Olney's go-to gal on the outside.
Yeah, she leads the team pretty much in all the offensive categories. Kills, hits, blocks, defensively. She's the one carrying Olney this year.
2-0 Lady Bulldogs. As the Tigers send it over, that's going to be hit by Smith. Elliott setting up Caroline Simmons here on the near side, off the fist and out of bounds. And a point for the Lady Bulldogs. As a couple of jersey numbers are off for Olney, so we apologize if we forget some of their names. 3-0 Lady Bulldogs, and Jaya Smith gets some help from the tape on the serve. That's her second ace. Lady Bulldogs off to a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start for the Lady Bulldogs here. Jai's been known to make some long runs.
Good serve by Smith. That one bumped over and tapped right into the hands of Caroline Simmons for another kill. 5-0 Lady Bulldogs.
That's one way Emily Rusk, head coach of Olney, save a burning a timeout, pulling a substitution, tried to break the rhythm.
A good serve by Smith. They go to Harrison over on the far side, tapped over and tipped. And Elliott setting up. Audrey Taylor couldn't get that one to go. Then Harrison hits it too far, 6-0.
Yeah, small thing there you could easily overlook. Addie Elliott with the one-hand set. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do, and she executed it perfectly.
Served by Jaya Smith. See if Olney can get this one back over, and they do with the libero. And then Audrey Taylor has a hard time on the return, and Olney gets their first point at 6-1. Used to calling basketball games up here in the corner at Jerry Sloan. First volleyball game, and provides you kind of a different view. We're used to being right there courtside. You see a little bit different up here. 6-1 Lady Bulldogs here in the first set. Caroline Simmons goes from the near sideline and misses. And point Olney makes it 6-2. Doing the serving is Taylor Bloomer, a senior, correction. Yeah, that is Bloomer, 14, the server. As Audrey Taylor goes long here on the near side. 3 straight for the Lady Tigers, makes it 6-3.
Yeah, a couple unforced errors here by Carmi-White County. You really don't want to keep this type of team around.
Served over, then tapped over by Elliott. Simmons off to Elliott, setting up Taylor in the middle. She goes for the far sideline and gets the kill. That will stop the 3-0 Olney run. Makes it 7-3 Carmi-White County.
Now Audrey Taylor just signing a commitment to go play at Frontier to continue her volleyball career. She's come on strong, and Tori Ryder enters the contest for the first time tonight. And Tori Ryder's known for her postseason.
Talking about the spark she had coming off the bench as a sophomore a couple of years ago in that run to the state finals. You just talk about, when you get to the postseason, how much experience matters. And you think back to when these Lady Bulldogs were at the state finals a couple of years ago, facing, an IC Catholic team that was full of seniors. Well, now it's kind of Carmi's turn. They've got this group of seniors that's been through it all the last 3 or 4 years. They've experienced these big regional, sectional games, and now here they are as the seniors with experience and come postseason time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There's a different level of intensity, expectation, pressure in the postseason because it's one and done. And these girls have gone through it for the last couple years. They now understand where your head has to be, how you have to execute, the importance of not making mistakes and whatnot. So, again, you take your punches, so to speak, in the earlier years, and here's where you try to reap the benefits.
So the officials and the coaches got together, maybe some substitution miscommunication, but we resume play, and the serve by Gracelyn Johnson. They set up Harrison in the middle. It was blocked and into the arms of Caroline Simmons. They'll reset. They set up Simmons here on the near side. Punched over that time by Bloomer. Setting up Simmons a third time. And the Lady Tigers keep it alive. Left-handed hit on the near side from Seichel out of bounds. Point Lady Bulldogs.
And the other thing you may not notice that there are 4 officials in the postseason, so you do have a baseline, sideline official at each cat corner to make those tough calls.
8-3 Lady Bulldogs. Seichel tries to go on the far side. Nice stick that time. Believe it was Newell. She gets another one. Elliott setting up Simmons here near side. Tigers will return. Bumped over, then dumped into the hands of Harrison. Addie Elliott setting up Simmons here near side. Sent back, blocked by the aforementioned Harrison. And Olney staying alive here in the first set, 8-4.
Yeah, good defensive coverage there by Olney. Harrison, she's a jumper. And she has some height on there, and again, that's something that's always been suspect. Carmi has struggled against taller opponents.
8-4, Lady Bulldogs with the lead. Elliott setting up Simmons over on the far side. Another kill for Caroline. As Seichel tried to put a left hand out there and keep it alive, could not. 9-4.
And Carmi-White County is having trouble with the lineup, and they just got called for a side out, being out of order.
So we saw him discussing with Coach Lucas a few minutes ago before the serve by Johnson. So some sort of miscommunication on Carmi's rotations.
And that's really odd and really unforced. It's the same personnel that we've seen for 33 matches out of the 35. But somebody has thrown a monkey in the wrench. And I can tell you, this lineup right now, it does not look correct. But again, that's Coach Lucas putting the lineup in the starting lineup card. Tori Ryder does not get to the back row.
Yeah. Yep.
So right there, that is not a norm.
See Kate Simmons over there, assistant coach, also trying to explain it.
And there was kind of a little confusion against Edwards County.
Yep.
And what it normally occurs is if you get the serve first, it's easy. The numbers are in a row. But when you have to receive, everybody rotates back one. So when you do get your first serve, now you're into the lineup that occurs. But Carmi served first, so it really should not be the issue. I'm very curious about.
Still discussing it over across the way. So we take a media timeout, or usually, it's throw us the hands and.
Well, Olney will get the point, and once you get the point, then you just go back and you just get it ironed out. But I can tell you that your normal strong side outside hitters, whereas right now Caroline and Jaya are in the middle, they are exactly where they need to be. It's the other four. Addie being cat-a-corner from Tori would be correct, because when Addie goes to the back, Tori would come to the front. But I don't recall ever seeing Tori next to Callie Winter. And I'm not saying Callie Winter's spot is wrong, because normally it's another Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Nora Taylor is in the mix somewhere, but usually Nora comes in when Newell comes to the front row, because your libero can't play front row. They can, but that'd be a waste because they can't jump above the net. So.
Well, this will make for an interesting post-game conversation with Coach Lucas. There's still, we could have got some spots in. Here the Olney bench trying to keep the energy going. You kind of think that maybe you have something figured out by now.
Well, and in the postseason, you're not going to get a freebie.
Yep.
Those were done a month and a half ago. And I'm really surprised Emily Rusk has not come over, the head coach of Olney, to get in the conversation.
So I think we're finally ready to resume play. I believe we are. Okay. Maybe. Coach Lucas and the officials still discussing over across the way.
Yeah. Tori Ryder is going to, well, now Jaya Smith is taking ownership here, having a conversation with Coach Lucas. But again, Tori right here, it's just kind of smiling and everything, and she knows that this is not my spot.
She says, bring it on, let's go.
She can play it. She wants to play it.
Yeah. And they're still discussing now with the scores table.
And it may be that they're going back the number of service points.
We've already seen them reward Olney with 1 point in this first set.
But if you were wanting a momentum killer, you got it.
Almost reminds me of that Super Bowl about 10 years ago when the power went out in the middle of the third quarter, and then you kind of stop and you sit around, or maybe like a lightning delay, if you will, in football, where you sit around for a few minutes and then get back up to play. And especially in a momentum sport like volleyball, I mean, this could be something that Olney uses to their advantage.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, Olney's coming in, they're playing with nothing to lose, all to gain here. Carmi wanting to win, get out without any injury or whatnot, and get prepared for the next one. And now they've taken the point away from Olney. It's now 9-4.
Okay.
And it could be the official's fault. That's another possibility, that he didn't understand. Lineup cards in volleyball are not the most user-friendly thing in the world. And if you're not familiar with
the last 5 minutes,
you think there's a better way to do them.
So now they're discussing with Emily Rusk, making sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you Rusk is saying, why are you taking the point away from us? They were out of order.
And so we wait some more.
We started early anyway.
Yeah, well, and that's, man, it was 9:23, and they were starting to get ready to start lineups. I mean, we're going to be ahead of schedule tonight. And that second game, no way, is going to start at 7:30 now.
So the ball is going to go back to Carmi. And Emily Russ is telling her team just played the ball. And the fans show their appreciation.
Yeah. The Lady Bulldogs do have the serve. Addie Elliott back at the service line. We finally resume play at 9-4. Lady Bulldogs. Weiler with the dig. They send it over across the way. Getting it over that time was Curtis. Elliott setting up Simmons here on the near side. Drops it right in the bucket. 10-4, Lady Bulldogs.
Nice placement there by Caroline. Really showing the dimensions of her game. Not everything has to be power.
6-point Lady Bulldog lead, and Elliott just misses the back line on the serve. Carmi's first service error of the night makes it 10-5. Harrison back at the service line for the Lady Tigers. Harrison serves it over. Hit up by Simmons, off to Elliott, setting up Simmons in the middle. She gets it in here on the near side. Another kill for Caroline, 11-5. Lady Bulldogs 33-2 on the year. That is tied for the second most wins in a single season. They won 37 last year. Over on the far side, that one hit over by Curtis, dug out by Newell. Jaya Smith taps it over here on the near side. They go for a backside set. That's going to be a kill. That was a southpaw, Seichel, who gets it.
Yeah, Tori was right there and just jumped a hair early and was able to get a hand on it, but nobody was covering the blocker.
So Olney hanging around here in the first set, 11-6. here in this regional semifinal. Winner goes to the championship on Thursday, and good decision by Illinois to let that one go over her head. Service error only. Another point, Lady Bulldogs 12-6. So Callie Winter back at the service line. Callie sends it over, nearly an ace there on the miscommunication by Olney. They tap it over. Winter gets it off to Elliott over on the far side Ryder. That one blocked, but the Tigers keep it alive. They go back to Curtis, then punched over by the libero, who's not on the roster. Jaya Smith gets one in the back line. Or was that Taylor? Audrey Taylor. Excuse me, there with the kill.
Yeah. Audrey Taylor with a nice swing. Tori Ryder with a nice swing and the offhand there. That's not the easiest thing in the world. Swinging right-handed in the offhand, and she made it look easy.
13-6. Lady Bulldogs with the lead. As that one's tapped over, and a nice kill that time for Schlick. Vivian Schlick with the kill. She's got some height up there at front, just a freshman. And again, only hanging around 13-7. So that will send Marley Brown back to the service line for Olney. Brown sends it over. Simmons off to Elliott. Setting up Smith here on the near side. Jaya just misses. Going here for the near corner. Another point for Olney.
Good swing, just missed it a hair wide. Olney sticking around.
Makes it 13-8. Smith off to Elliott. Near side, back to Jaya Smith. Able to adjust against the defense and gets the kill.
Yeah, that's good to see. They go right back to Jaya after a misfire, and she comes and gets a kill, keeps the confidence level up.
Lily Dotson will check in. She'll go back to the service line as Tori Ryder takes a seat. 14-8, Lady Bulldogs with the lead. Good dig by Caroline Simmons, and Taylor taps it over. What a save by Simmons. Diving with the left fist, punches it up, and Taylor taps it over.
Yeah, good defense there by the Lady Bulldogs.
Makes it 15-8. Dotson gets it over once again. They set up in the back row that time. As 31, who is not on the roster for Olney, hits it into the net. And a timeout taken by Emily Rusk. It's brought to you by Pro Rehab. We'll take one as well, back in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Pro Rehab Carmi, where our passion is getting you back to life faster. It is our privilege to walk with you every step of the way using evidence-based treatments specifically created just for you. Whether it's sports, general orthopedics, or pelvic floor rehab, you are in the right hands. Your results are worth fighting for, and our team fights for you.
Call 384-7872 or visit Pro Rehab on Main in Carmi and get back to life faster.
So Olney forced to take their first timeout of the night as the Lady Bulldogs taking command here in the first set. They lead 16-8 after a brief intermission to figure out subs. Carmi hasn't skipped a beat, leading by 8 here in the first set. Lily Dotson back at the service line. And she'll send this one over. They set up over on the far side, getting it over that time as Wilson. Taylor off to Elliott, back to Taylor, and she mistimed her jump. This could be a point for Olney.
Yeah, Audrey was thinking the ball was going to be right set in the middle, and Addie pushed it a little further out wide.
Makes it 16-9. Olney trying to hang around in this first set, and that's going to be an ace. I believe that's Parker Shaver, who is on the roster as number 3, but is the libero wearing number 2. She gets the ace, makes it 16-10. Lady Bulldog lead down to 6. Schauber gets it over. Smith off to Elliott. Back set to Smith on the far side. Another kill for Jaya Smith down the far line.
Yeah, good placement deep. Only getting caught with just 2 players in the back to defend the whole width of the court.
Smith sends it over. Good serve by Jaya. Setting up Harrison over on the far side, and she goes for the back corner. Dotson dives but can't get to it. And the point for Olney on the kill by Harrison.
Again, only sticking around, just a 6-point set so far here.
Served over by Bloomer. Elliott setting up Simmons in the middle. Caroline sends it down. Another kill for the senior. Now bring Gracelyn Johnson back in. Callie Winter also into the ball game as Nora Taylor takes a seat. 18-11. 7-point Lady Bulldog lead here in the first set. Johnson sends it over. That one's hit over on the back line. That's going to be a kill for Seichel. Found the open spot in the Lady Bulldog defense. Back and forth we go. So a couple of substitutions for Olney. Weiler checks in, as does Stella Curtis. Carmine's had this 6-point lead, right in that 6-point range for pretty much most of this first set. As they set up Simmons, gets it sent back by Harrison, and that goes off the back of Simmons. They're going to call her for 2 hits.
Yeah.
That's a bingo card play.
That's unfortunate. Addie was right there. And sometimes you get into the pretzel and can't get out of it.
Only within 5 at 18-13. Simmons in the middle, tapped over. And they set up Harrison in the middle. Good dig by Smith. Elliott off to Simmons, sent back, but there's Newell. Right place, right time. Simmons again, and the Tigers will return it. Harrison sends it over, right to Newell. Elliott back to Simmons. That time, no return. 19-13 Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, much needed kill there for Carmi-White County. Only playing, starting to get a little momentum here, and every time Carmi's found a way to stop it and swing it back into their favor.
Elliott sends it over. Set up Curtis over on the far side, blocked by Winter. Second opportunity here for Olney. Dug out by Newell, off to Elliott. Near side, Simmons goes for the back line and just misses. Couldn't tell if Weiler got a finger on it, but the officials say no. Another point for Olney, makes it 19-14. And Aaliyah Harrison. Good serve off to Elliott. Now it's Simmons in the middle, and Harrison tried to dig it with the right hand, but couldn't. Another kill for Caroline, and Carmi wins the race to 20. It's 20-14. The Bulldogs trying to run away with this first set. 6-point lead. Now Simmons at the service line, gets some help with the tape, and an ace for Caroline Simmons.
And we can finally start to exhale a little bit with Carmi here at the 7-point lead, 4 points away from the set.
21-14. Get this one sent over. Winner off to Elliott on the near side. Jaya Smith with the kill as Weiler couldn't return it. 22-14.
Yeah, that was an impressive set there by Addie Elliott. And Olney's going to burn a timeout.
Timeout taken by Emily Rusk. It's brought to you by Pro Rehab. We'll take one as well. Back in 60 seconds.
Have those potholes taken their toll on your vehicle?
Is your ride a little bumpy or pulling to one side?
The good folks at Cherry Street Automotive want to make sure your drive is a pleasant and safe one.
The pros will check your wheel alignment, shocks and struts, and hook you up with the perfect set of tires for your car, truck, or SUV.
With more than 800 tires in stock, you can count on Cherry Street Automotive for all your tire needs.
When quality counts, count on Cherry Street Automotive.
Before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. From cabinets and flooring, doors and paint, lumber and hardware, to shingles and siding. Knowledgeable and friendly staff that have your back on all those home projects and even deliver to your door. So before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber for the woods, the goods, and the know-how. Visit Carmi Lumber, North 3rd Street in Carmi and carmilumber.net.
Lady Bulldogs lead here in the first set. 3 points away from taking it, 22-14. Here in the regional semifinals. Looking to move on to Thursday's regional championship match. As another ace, Caroline Simmons gets it that time as Olney couldn't handle the serve. And this second half of this first set's been an avalanche. Olney was keeping it close, but Carmine now 2 points away from putting it away.
Yeah, Olney has hung around. They've been as close as 4. And then Carmine just stepped on the pedal here once they hit 20.
23-14, served by Simmons. They set up in the middle that time as Schlick gets it over. They go back here on the near side. Jaya Smith as they continue to attack Weiler in the back row. And it's set point for Carmi-White County. Weiler just no answer for Simmons and Smith. As Simmons gets it over. And Schlick will hit it out of bounds. Point, Carmi-White County, and the Lady Bulldogs able to rally to end the first set. And they take it by 11, 25-14. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. Come back with set 2 here from Jerry Sloan Gym. Back in 2 minutes.
Taylor Eye Care in Carmi understands that you and your family's eyes deserves more than just a quick checkup. They take the time to get it right because your vision is their priority. From kids to grandparents, glasses to contact lenses, surgery consultation to emergency eye care, Taylor Eye Care handles it all with customized one-on-one attention. Visit TaylorEyeCare.com or call 382-4683 and experience excellence in eye care. Big city services in a small town. That's Butch & Associates CPAs, providing superior client services to folks here at home and across the U.S. Taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, and audit services, plus full-service consulting. At Butch & Associates CPAs, it's your journey backed by our commitment. Visit butch.com to learn more or contact us today.
Hamilton Memorial Hospital Carmi Family Clinic continues to be there to meet the needs of White County. Nurse practitioner Katherine Adams is accepting new patients at the Carmi Family Clinic location at 1112 Oak Street. Whether it's routine visits or acute needs, the dedicated care team is there to ensure wellness for the entire family. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinic. The care you need, when and where you need it. Close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 618-382-5030.
Citizens National Bank of Albion, proud supporter of local athletes and your most trusted financial partner.
Setting the standard in banking excellence for more than 80 years.
Citizens has the latest financial tools and technologies to help you score big.
And a team you can rely on for personal attention and outstanding service.
Visit CNB online at cnbalbion.com or your local Crossville location and see what sets them apart.
No better banking with Citizens National Bank of Albion. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ready for set number 2 as the Lady Bulldogs take the first set 25-14. Cole Carter, Jason Craig with you. Riley Dotson and Landon Elliott with us for those of you watching at home on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. We plan to broadcast all postseason volleyball matches for the Lady Bulldogs here on YouTube. as Olney will serve to start this second set. Smith off to Elliott, back to Smith. Sent back, but Caroline Simmons right place, right time. Audrey Taylor in the middle gets the kill.
Yeah, Audrey Taylor's just shown a lot of abilities this year. That with a one hand come across, caught everybody off guard.
The Dogs off to a 1-0 lead. Smith sends it over. Setting up Harrison over on the far side, and being able to see snippets of what she can do. Gets the kill right there, tying up at 1 apiece. You said before the match, Jason, she's their everything player, and we've seen that here for the first set and a few points.
Yeah.
1-1 your score. Smith off to Elliott, setting up Simmons here near side, and got the tip, but got the kill. Split the two back defenders, 2-1. Graceland Johnson enters. She goes back to the service line. 2-1 Carmi here in the second set. As nearly a miscommunication on the return by Olney, and then Harrison hits it right into the net. That didn't look right. 3-1. That was Seichel that came flying in and bumped it up, but nobody was there. 3-1, Johnson gets it over. Bloomer sets up Seichel over on the far side. Elliott in the middle for Simmons. That one dug up by Bloomer. And that one is going to be out of bounds as Seichel with the backwards hit. Out of bounds on the near side, 4-1 Lady Bulldogs.
I'm taking a look at some other two-way action. Pinckneyville is in trouble. They're going 3 against T-Town.
Wow. And Harrison gets blocked. That's Tori Ryder there at the front of the net. You mentioned Pinckneyville. They're a top 10 team in 2A, and we talked about that other section that Carmi thankfully did not fall under. There's a couple of top 10 teams that will be knocked either this week or next week.
Yeah.
Winner will take on either Newton or Hamilton County on Thursday at 6:30. Here on the near side, that one hit over. Great save by Graceland Johnson. And the Lady Bulldogs get it over. Harrison in the middle, sent back by Ryder. Another opportunity for Olney, and they hit it into the net. What a point for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, great defense there by Carmi White County. Good rally by Olney. They just came up short there, but Carmi showing they are both offensive and defensive minded.
Timeout taken by Olney. It's brought to you by Pro Rehab. We'll take one as well. Back in 60 seconds.
Great teamwork is no accident.
David and the gang at Hale Body Shop salute the area athletes.
Just as in sports, the team at Hale Body Shop work together to make sure you get your car back as quickly as possible.
When it comes to collision repair, more and more people choose the team way out there on Possum Road.
Hale Body Shop in Carmi.
David and the gang are proud supporters of area athletes.
I'm Nancy J. Winter, CPA. We believe in family values, even in the world of finance, because every financial decision impacts your family. For all the milestones in your life, our team is here to maximize your savings, minimize your taxes, and help you plan for a prosperous future.
Visit Nancy J. Winter, CPA in Carmi for tax planning, saving for college, retirement planning, and the expertise to help get you where you want to be. Learn more at nancyjwintercpa.com or call 382-2364. Nancy J. Winter, CPA, where you're treated like family.
Graceland Johnson serves it over Olney on the return. Harrison taps it over twice. Carmi on the return. Addie Elliott going for the kill. She's going to get it. Addie Elliott jumps up and slams it down. 7-1 Lady Bulldogs here in the second set.
And you're starting to see Carmi hit all the right buttons. A little nervy in the first set for good reason. They got the nerves out, and now they're starting to play.
A line drive serve by Johnson. Harrison will hit it into the net. You can tell when she sees big number 13 right there, maybe having second thoughts about where to hit it. 7-point Lady Bulldog lead, 8-1. Johnson sends it over. They set up here on the near side for Stevens, and Johnson and Taylor keep it alive.
Wow.
Ryder taps it over. Elliott off to Simmons here near side, off the tape. Up in the air, point Carmi.
What a defensive play there by Carmi.
I believe it was Johnson that got it first, and then Taylor just threw a hand up there and tapped it over. Carmi's clicking on all cylinders here in this second set. Nearly an ace right there. Then Ryder almost got a kill. Elliott off to Smith. Back set near side Simmons. Olney keeps it alive. Hit over by Harrison. Taylor off to Elliott. Setting up Simmons. In on the back line. Another kill for Caroline. 10-1.
Yeah, Emily Rusk is trying to figure out something here, and instead of burning a timeout, she's going to make a substitution. Oh, wow.
Taking out her best player. Harrison, just a junior. Going to give her a breather with Lady Bulldogs up by 9. Johnson sends it over. They go on the near side, and that one was sent back. Wilson tapped it over. I believe that was Simmons there that sent it back. Another point for Carmi, 11-1. Ten-point Lady Bulldog lead. Bloomer taps it over. Elliott in the middle for Ryder. Kill for Tori Ryder. You get a kill. You get a kill. You get a kill. Everyone's getting involved in the party for Carmi here in the second set.
You coach enough, you get into matches like this where you just don't know what else you can do. Right now, Carmi is doing everything at will.
And an ace for Graceland Johnson. Everything clicking for Carmi White County. You know, that's got to feel good if you're Chris Lucas. You know, that first set had a hiccup, and obviously the timeout, if you will, got them a little bit off, but looking much more crisp here in this second set. Tapped over. Smith off to Elliott here on the near side for Simmons. Another one for Caroline Simmons. Makes it 14-1. Johnson still at the service line. Another one for Carmi, 15-1. As Olney's just falling apart. And Emily Rusk sees that as well, and she'll take a timeout. 14-point Lady Bulldog lead. Back in 30 seconds.
Hey football fans, it's Matt Rice from Rice Motor Company in Carmi. We're proud supporters of Bulldog Athletics and want to help you make the perfect play from the driveway to the highway. Make the winning drive in a new Chevy Traverse or go the distance and score big on comfort with the GMC Acadia. There won't be any fumbles with these vehicles, just smooth handling all season long. Rice Motor Company in Carmi, your hometown dealer since 1931 and proudly supporting another year of CWCHS Bulldog football. Go Dogs!
Welcome back to the Hamilton County 2A Regional Semifinal. Lady Bulldogs leading Olney here in the second set, 15-1. They took the first set 24-15, looking for 10 more to punch their ticket to Thursday's regional championship. Lady Bulldogs, the number 9 team in 2A, according to Max Preps, coming into postseason play, the number 1 team in their subsectional. Setting up Seichel over on the far side. That one misses, and the run continues. They're going to say it was tipped. Never mind. So the 14-0 run comes to a close, and Olney finally gets one more on the scoreboard, 15-2.
Yeah, and here comes Harrison back in. If you're Olney, you got to take it 1 point at a time. That's really all you can do. There's no magical 13-point ball that you can play.
Lady Bulldogs lead at 15-2. It will be Weiler back at the service line. Hit by Newell, off to Elliott here on the near side. Simmons, and they're going to say she hit the antenna.
The ball hit the antenna. Carmi's saying it was blocked into the antenna.
I thought it was as well. The officials are going to discuss it. I thought that it was blocked first, then hit the antenna. I think that's what the far side official is explaining now. They say point Carmi. They overturn it. No video replay needed.
And Emily Rusk wanting a reasoning.
I think you're right. It looked like when it was initially hit, it was blocked into the antenna. 16-2. Good serve by Addie Elliott. They set up Harrison here on the near side. That one hits Coach Lucas out of bounds. Point Lady Bulldogs 17-2. They're 8 points away from a clean sweep here in the regional semifinal. Elliott sends it over. Tigers keep it alive, and Harrison gets it over.
Nice hustle by the Tigers.
Simmons gets sent back here on the near side. Elliott setting up Callie Winter over on the far top. Can't get it through. And Seichel gets it over. Head up by Smith, off to Elliott. Now it's Simmons. That'll be a kill. Another one for Caroline. Makes it 18-2. .16 Lady Bulldog lead on a 17-1 run. It was a 1-1 match at one point in this set. Newell off to Elliott. In the middle for Simmons. The no-look tap over. In for another kill for Caroline.
Yeah.
So Chris Lucas going to start maybe subbing some girls in as Eva Atterbury set to check in for Addie Elliott. Hopefully this doesn't result in another 10-minute pause. But we're good to go. Served by Atterbury. Yeah, she's a little rusty. Makes it 19-3. And she'll come right back out. You start to think about, obviously, a lot of volleyball left in this season, but graduating 5 big seniors. Atterbury will be one of those players filled in those shoes next year. Hit over by Simmons. Harrison keeps it alive. And Curtis able to find that back corner. Only staying afloat 19-4.
And Newton's been sitting out here watching this thing and watching from up here. That's been one area that Carmi has been struggling, is the deep corners on the attacks. Just something to keep in mind if you're scouting.
And Newton Hamilton County playing next. Winner advances to the championship on Thursday. Another kill for Caroline Simmons. Carmi wins the race to 20. It's 20-4.
And Libero coming in for Harrison for Olney, and that possibly could be the last time Harrison's on the court this season.
Simmons will serve it over. Weiler gets it up in the air. Schlick sent back by Ryder. Bloomer setting up here on the near side, and that is Seichel, who splits the back row for the kill. Makes it 20-5. We'll see Madison Farmer come in to serve. She sends it over. Newell off to Elliott. On the near side, Smith right down the middle on the back line for the kill. And the Jaya Smith and Caroline Simmons show tonight. Carmi student section with the start the bus up cheer. All Lady Bulldogs here in this second set. 21-5. One tapped over here on the near side by Curtis. Elliott setting up Audrey Taylor in the middle. She'll get the kill.
Yeah. Carmi just starting to take hitting practice here for the last 15, 20 minutes.
3 points away from taking this one in two. Lily Dotson at the service line. Head up by Shaver. In the middle they go for Schlick. She taps it over. Elliott with a no-look attempt to set, but she was off balance and a little bit too hard. It goes out of bounds. Makes it 22-6. So a couple of subs made for both teams. Callie Winter back in for Carmi. And the unknown number 31 at the service line for the Lady Tigers. Elliott setting up Smith here on the near side. Too far. Missed the back line. It's at 22-7.
Yeah, now if you're Carmi, you want to finish this out.
Served over into the hands of Smith. Elliott over to Winter. That one tapped over. And blocked at the net by Winter. Lady Bulldog point, number 23, 23-7. We'll see if Winter can end it right here with two. Served by Winter. At the net, they send it over to the far side, and they're going to get Olney for being in the net. And it's match point for Carmi White County at 24-7. And Callie Winter to do the honors. Setting up on the near side for Schlick. Newell, diving
nice
save by
hustle.
Elliott. Simmons gets it over. And now Bloomer. Off to Simmons. Elliott in the middle for Taylor. Blocked. Good night. Carmi takes the semifinal match in two sets. 25-14 and 25-7. The Lady Bulldogs will move on to the regional championship match on Thursday here in McLeansboro at 6:30 against either Hamilton County or Newton. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break. We'll wrap things up and catch head coach Chris Lucas. This is Lady Bulldog Volleyball on WRUL Sports.
At the First National Bank, we're proud to be a part of this community, serving you with dedication and a smile.
Our team is here to support you, offering financial solutions to meet your needs.
Whether saving for your future, financing your dreams, or managing your everyday banking, we're here to help.
Thank you for choosing the First National Bank.
And as proud supporters of our local teams,
we wish you the best of luck this season.
The First National Bank, your local bank, supporting our local athletes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi Bulldog fans, this is Kyle Hosick, your local country financial representative serving all of White County with offices in Carmi and now Enfield. My business's core values focus on educating our current and future clients on current market trends while operating with the utmost integrity and providing a level of service excellence you won't find anywhere else. I want to wish all the athletes and coaches a safe and winning season. Come see me, Kyle Hosick, at one of our office locations and see why my team is different. Come experience more. Come experience excellence.
Family owned and operated for more than 70 years. Rush Appliance and Furniture stands the test of time. We have a large selection of in-stock furniture and appliances for every room in your home, grills and smokers, and an unmatched dedication to superior service. This is Sean Rush inviting you to visit me in Fairfield or my dad Terry in Carmi, where we can help you furnish every room in your house with superb service after the sale.
When the Carmi White County Bulldogs hit the field, they play with heart, hustle, and hometown pride. At the Jordan Funeral Group, we're proud to stand behind them. Supporting our team means supporting our community. Whether it's game day or one of life's tougher moments, we're here to walk beside you. Call 618-382-5222 to learn more about Campbell Funeral Home and Stendeback Funeral Home. The Jordan Funeral Group, always on your team, always by your side.
Huck's Market is proud to support Bulldogs athletics for the 2025-26 school year. Head into Huck's to get your essentials, or better yet, use Huck's online ordering in the Huck's Bucks Big Rewards loyalty app to get your favorites delivered. Feed the family with their famous Cluck's fried chicken or delicious Godfather's pizza. And don't forget to wash it down with an ice-cold Big Swig. Huck's, where it's always fresh, fast, and friendly.
Final score, Lady Bulldogs take down Olney in 2 sets, 25-14 and 25-7. They move on to the regional championship here on Thursday against the winner of this next game between Newton and Hamilton County. Jason, aside from a little 4-minute stretch there in the first set where Olney was staying alive and competing, this was all Carmi White County as we pretty much expected it to be.
Yeah, both teams came out opening set, kind of played around a little bit. Carmi jumped out, Olney stuck around. Then we had that 10-minute delay, which I'm really curious about with the rotation, the scorecard, substitution, whatever it may be. And then that's where Carmi kind of said, okay, enough's enough, let's go to work. In the second set, they went to work and never looked back.
That second set especially, I mean, they were hitting on all cylinders. I mean, you saw it seemed like everything that was hit over their direction, they were sending it back over. Rather, it meant a simple setup and kill or just diving and somehow getting the ball to go back over. It was just one of those nights where everything went in their direction.
Yeah, and not only that, but Carmi showed a lot of impressive defense on diggings and everything that I don't think Carmi gets a lot of credit about their defense. They looked spectacular. Everybody giving 110%, laying out, some great saves. And again, Addie Elliott's sharing the wealth, throwing dimes to everybody, anybody that's out there on the court. They looked very sharp in that second set, and they're primed for Thursday night, whoever they're going to play.
And they'll face the winner of our next match, or the next match being played here tonight between Newton and Hamilton County. Chris Lucas, I can see him over across the gym. Looks like he's in no hurry to go anywhere. I know they're going to stay and watch a lot of the second match between Newton and Hamco. We've seen Hamco twice this year. Carmi's taking care of them in 2 sets each time. They played Newton on a Monday night after a weekend tournament earlier in the season, and they had a battle in 3 sets. Newton's one of those scrappy teams. They were the 4 seed in the subsectional, which is why they're here against Carmi, or in this regional with Carmi. If that's who Carmi sees on Thursday, they'll have their hands full.
Yeah, Chris had mentioned it quite a few times. Anytime you say the word Newton, it's not something that you want to overlook. They're a talented group, and if anybody has taken Carmi to 3 sets, they're a talented group. Yeah. And especially in the postseason, when it goes 3, like we saw in the other contest with Pinckneyville, who's out of it, it could go either way, but Newton is you cannot overlook Newton, and you really don't want to look into that next step of, okay, Benton's next. Who are we going to get at Benton? You got to take who's in front of you first, and it's either I got to go through Hamilton County or I got to go through Newton, but I got to get through them. So
before we go, did you have any scores from the other matches going out?
Nothing from around our area.
Did that Pinckneyville match go final?
The Pinckneyville match went final. They lost in 3.
Wow.
But just sort of rundown. Carterville is going to play Anna Jonesboro this evening. You got Harrisburg taking on Massac. Fairfield will get Robinson. That one's going on. Benton and Mount Carmel's on the other side of that regional up there at
Mount Carmel.
Yeah. So everybody, there hadn't been anything. The only one that stands out to me is the Pinckneyville. That is a massive upset. Yep. And the Sherrard. Sherrard was the 2. They're in the back of this packet back here. Yeah, Newman Central Catholic defeated them. So they're going to get either Princeton or Kewanee, but Sherrard is another top 20 team on 2A, and looks like they're the first one to bite the dust.
You mentioned Pinckneyville. That's the only 2A team to defeat Carmi this year. Lady Bulldogs with their 2 losses at the North City and Pinckneyville. And so, again, we talked about that other sectional over in Trenton Westland. There's a lot.
That's a bloodbath.
I believe it was the Vandalia Regional where a lot of those schools got fed into. Carmi got a really lucky draw being over here on the eastern side with this Hamilton County Regional. Like we said, there's going to be a lot of top 10, top 15 2A teams that bite the dust this week or next week. And Pinckneyville and Sherrard, the first 2 to take those 2.
Yeah, and it's just like anything else. The good teams advance. They take care of business. But, Chris Lucas has said it from day one. We could not have gotten a better draw. We couldn't have been attached to anything better. But like you said, that Vandalia one, that's a bloodbath. So I'm going to go ahead and get my headset over to Chris Lucas here.
Well, Coach, you guys able to take care of business in 2. First, everybody's wondering that first set, the 5-10 minute delay we had there. Kind of explain what happened there.
Well, you can blame that one on me because the first time in 10 years I've written the lineup out wrong, and so I switched Nora and Tori in the lineup, and then everything just gets screwed up with your rotations, and so. I just basically look at Kate and Jamie. I'm like, you guys, I don't have time right now. You guys have to figure out who needs to sub in and sub. I had no idea what they were going to do back there, but that's the importance of having good assistant coaches because, like I said, it's the first time in however long I've been coaching that's happened. And so, but stuff happens. And I told the kids, I'm like, that one's on me, but you got to battle through adversity, and they did. And they just did just fine once we figured out where we were supposed to be and who was supposed to be subbing in.
There was a little bit of a lull there in the first set where Olney was able to hang around, but once you guys got in your rhythm, it was lights out, especially there in that second set. Everything was going your guys' direction.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we played really well once we got back into our right lineup and our right rotations. And, I just told the kids, I'm like, there's going to be adversity in postseason. And they battled through that lineup screw-up, which was my fault. And but once we got it going, we played really well. We blocked it really well tonight, I thought. We scrambled really well. And there are lots of plays where, it looked like balls were going to get down, and we got girls diving all over the place, keeping balls up. And, we played really well in that second set, but we're going to have to play a lot better than we did tonight, Thursday, to compete with either one of these teams that are getting ready to play.
We mentioned the scrambling. I thought defensively you guys did a lot of things good, especially at the net. You knew they were going to try to go to Harrison as much as they could, their big hitter. But you guys didn't let a lot hit the floor on your end. Yeah, we didn't, and we knew that if she gets balls off the net, she's going to push balls to the deep right corner, and we were ready for that. But once we blocked her a couple of times, we kind of settled in. And then the biggest thing in the second set was Gijo went on a huge serving run because she hit the spot. I mean, they subbed two different girls in that spot where we were serving because Gijo did such a great job of hitting that spot. So great job by her tonight serving, but yeah, I thought we looked a lot better in the second set, but again, we have a lot of things to go over and practice tomorrow and clean up before Thursday night. Well, a lot of part in that second set, it was kind of the Caroline show. I'm sure she had well over double digits in kills, but you only got so many matches left with her being a 4-year starter. I mean, how awesome has it just been to watch her all 4 years, and then here she is in her senior year trying to take charge and lead you guys on a long run. And that's the thing, whenever we get out of sorts like we were in the first set, she's the calm out there, and she gets everybody together, and she's like a coach on the floor. And so it's been a privilege to coach her for the last 4 years. I mean, she takes over in situations where she knows she needs to. She uplifts kids whenever they're down a little bit on the floor. She knows exactly the right things to say, but not just with her power. I mean, you can see she sees the court better than any kid I've ever seen. And so she'll go up, look like she's going to hammer a ball down. All of a sudden she's tipping one to her left or right in the right spot where kids aren't. So, like I said, it's been an honor and a privilege to coach her, and hopefully I've got several more games with her this season. So, you guys come back on Thursday for the regional championship to face either one of these two teams, Hamilton County or Newton, two teams that you've seen at least once, or I believe actually at least twice this season. What do we know about each one of these teams? Well, we played Hamilton County actually 3 times this year because we played them at the North City tournament. I think they've got some kids missing tonight.
So, I mean, I don't know what to expect from them, but with Newton, we played them twice. They've played us tough twice. We beat them twice, but it's been a battle. So, I mean, Newton is outside heavy like we are. They love to go to their outsides. They're big and athletic. They do have a really good right side as well, and a great coach, one of the best in Southern Illinois in my opinion. And so, but I fully expect Hamilton County to give them a test here, on their home floor. These seniors are not going to want to lose their last game here on their home floor. So I think it'll be a close game. Either team that we play, though, we know them very well, and so we'll just do a lot of strategy stuff tomorrow, some hitting lines and practice, a lot of strategy stuff, and I know our kids will be up and ready to go on Thursday.
All right, good time, Coach. Congrats.
All right,
we'll talk to you
guys.
on Thursday.
Appreciate y'all.
That is Chris Lucas as the Lady Bulldogs take care of business here in the semifinal round against Olney, 25-14 and 25-7. We're going to hit the road. We'll be back here on Thursday for that regional championship match as Carmi takes on either Newton or Hamilton County. That will be a 6:30 start on Thursday, and we'll have that for you right here on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. So for Jason Craig, for Lane Elliott, for Riley Dodson, I'm Cole Carter. Thanks for watching Lady Bulldog Volleyball on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel.
Our community's healthcare starts at Farrell Hospital Carmi Family Medicine, with providers who care for everyone in your family through all stages of life.
For your convenience, Carmi Family Medicine offers walk-in weekend clinics, Saturdays 9 to 5 and Sunday 1 to 5, for treatment of minor illnesses and injuries.
Quality, relationship-based primary care right here at home in Carmi.
Visit farrellhospital.org to learn more.
The Carmi Kiwanis Club is working hard to make a difference in the community, and it all starts with serving the children of the world. From fundraising efforts with proceeds going directly back into the community, to working hand in hand with the Key Club, schools, and much more. At the Carmi Kiwanis Club, we build, and we'd love to welcome you. We meet every Thursday at noon in the White County Farm Bureau basement. Come visit us for lunch, a great program, and learn more about how Kiwanis helps move our region forward.
Little Giant Grocery Outlet is keeping score. Every spike, every touchdown, every bucket all year long. And every product you pick up at your favorite local grocer is also priced to help you stretch your dollar. That's the secret to success at Little Giant. Carefully hunting for the best deals so you can stock your fridge and pantry for less. Shop Little Giant, where the giant stands high in the sky. 7 days a week, 7 to 7.
Carmi White County volleyball season is in full swing, and every serve, every spike, every win starts with community support. At First Bank, we're proud to help our Bulldogs soar higher. When you carry the First Bank Bulldogs debit card, every swipe means a donation from First Bank directly to Carmi White County schools. It's easy to score big for our students. Just shop local and show your Bulldog pride. Supporting Carmi since 1893, First Bank is here for businesses, farmers, families, and future champions. Get your Bulldogs debit card today and help us make great things happen on and off the court. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wabash General Hospital Athletic Training and Sports Medicine teams welcome you back to school and sports. Wabash General Hospital proudly serves 13 high schools and 3 junior colleges, and is proud to build strong community relationships with area schools and organizations to provide high-quality health care to young people. Learn more by visiting wabashgeneral.com.
Hi, I'm Denton Weiss, inviting you to go to Jansen. Come see us at the dealership just west of town or visit gojansen.com. We've got an incredible selection of new and used vehicles waiting to take you on your next adventure, and a full team of sales consultants and service techs committed to taking care of you. Drop by soon, check us out online at gojansen.com, and find out why more folks choose Jansen. Weekdays 8 to 6, Saturdays till 3.
Welcome to Pro Rehab Carmi, where our passion is getting you back.
It's our favorite time of the year, Truck Month at Expressway Ford. Right now we've got an incredible selection of Ford trucks. Big rebates and low APRs make this a fantastic time to buy. Drive home the tough and dependable F-150 or the hardworking Super Duty. Plus, check out our Rangers and Mavericks. See our entire truck inventory at expresswayfordonline.com. All priced to sell. Expressway Ford, #1 for Ford trucks, Mount Vernon, Indiana, USA.
Life can be complicated, but managing your money should be simple. Whether you need to check your balances, deposit a check, pay bills, pay a friend, or transfer money to retirement savings, First Mid Online and Mobile Banking keep your finances simple every step along the way. With First Mid Bank and Trust, you can manage your money anytime right from your smartphone. You can even sign up for real-time alerts to stay on top of your account activity. Learn more about these conveniences at firstmid.com. First Mid Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Every game starts with a solid plan, and so does your insurance.
I'm State Farm Agent James Cook, and whether it's auto, home, life, or health, we're ready to tackle your insurance needs.
We block the risks, protect what matters most, and help ensure that you score big.
So when life causes a fumble, our team is there to help you recover.
Like a good neighbor, James Cook and the State Farm team are there.
The charm of London. The romance of Paris. The trip of a lifetime. Thanks to Escapes Travel and Cruises. June 20th through 28th, 2026. Stroll Westminster. Ride the London Eye. Dine inside the Eiffel Tower. And unpack just once in each city. Book now and save $100 per person. Want more? Add an optional 3-night Amsterdam extension. Round trip air from Evansville. Plus 11 meals included. Details and more at a lunch and learn event noon October 20th at Gotzi's in Carmine. Call Escapes Travel and Cruises today. 618-383-4800.